Compromise beats.
You can't make a whole housewife and a story. I'm just kidding. I just wanted to say it.
That's from a song, right? A Too Short song?
Yeah.
If we're talking about technically a hoe, like a girl who gets paid for the sex.
Ooh. Is that what a hoe is?
Yeah.
Or are they talking about the street term of a hoe, where a girl that uses her body for things outside of love?
Yeah.
Bing, bang,
what does
bang.
that mean?
I think it's that one.
I think you could turn a hoe into a housewife.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I think, like, for me, I think there's always second chances. I was, I guess, a guy hoe, not in terms of, like...
a guy hoe?
No, not in terms of, like, sleeping around, but I lived, like, the thug life.
She said you're a hoe, bro.
Yeah, I was a hoe bro.
What a hoe, bro.
So I guess, like, the guy version of a hoe, during the times that I grew up, like, you live, like, the thug life. So I used to be like, fuck the police, steal...
your shirt.
That's it.
That was you. You're a little kitty cat.
I used to like break all the laws and stuff and get in trouble all the time, and then I feel like I'm a completely changed person. All the morals that I had today, I don't think I had any of them before.
There's the opposite too, because I remember we did a JK News about the Olympian girl that became a professional hooker.
The Olympian turned hooker recently wrote a book sharing her life stories, excuses, and no regrets for the damage she has done to her family and friends.
You could turn a housewife into a professional hoe, and she loved her profession too, and her husband was cool with it.
Would you be okay with it?
Me?
Yeah. What if I wanted to be a professional hoe?
If that's your passion, because if
Really?
You talk about a good bullshit story.
You would not support
Yeah, because what? How old are you going to be? Well, I don't know, 40 years? 40 years?
Wait, what? Did you just go
Oh, that's a glitch in the matrix.
If I don't know, is it like Mr. and Mrs. Smith where we can both be like spies and like fuck for the sake of the country?
Oh, so you
to
become
get
a hoe too?
Yeah, but I don't want to be a hoe, I just want to be a spy.
What are you talking about?
Yo, you say Mr. and Mrs. Smith and both of you guys are hoes and you have to hoe each other?
Yeah.
Like Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about if I wanted to be a professional hooker, a high class one, to match your income.
Like an
Or
escort.
because you're bored.
Yeah.
Like the other housewife.
That's just
Oh, because you're bored. Oh, that's very different.
Like the Olympic athlete, like she's like, oh, what else is there? I want a gold medal. What else is there in life? I might as well suck dick for $50.
You could turn a hoe into a housewife because I think a lot of young girls that are loose sometimes they just have. Well, no, they just have maybe some mental kind of things where they're missing out on love, blah blah blah. So I think it's totally realistic to turn a hoe into a housewife.
I fucking hated those hoes in kindergarten.
Kindergarten?
No, there's some true hoes out there.
Yeah.
What kind of kindergarten action did you see?
I used to see, like, when you have kids and like these little girls, like they know, the ones that know how cute they were. Like I look back at my old pictures now, I'm like, damn, I was a cute motherfucker. I should have fucking used that shit. I don't know how cute I was. I didn't know I was one of the cutest kids that ever lived. And now, but now I look at some of those cute ass little, when I was in kindergarten, I would see those cute ass little girls. Like, teacher, can I play 10 more minutes in recess? And then the teachers will let them, and they're just tapping into what they have at the moment. They don't have titties and ass yet, but they have this cuteness, and they can get away with stuff. Yeah, let's say me and like fucking Katie were like throwing dirt at each other, and how come I'm the only one that gets in trouble?
Maybe you weren't that cute.
I just didn't tap into it. I didn't bat my eyes the way she did.
That would have been weird.
I feel like it's so hard to like generalize this into yes or no, because hoism is so subjective,
It
right?
is.
Like for someone, they might be like, oh, she slept with 3 guys. What a fucking hoe. Or like for me, I'm like, if she didn't fuck 1,000, then she's fucking a virgin to me.
Or another one could be like, oh shit, yeah,
You're so
in.
pure.
Or the other one could be like, oh shit, she's showing her wrist, let a fucking hoe.
Yeah, like the fucking Quaker porn.
There's Quaker
Or
porn?
was it Amish porn?
Isn't there a saying that if you can think of it, like there's a porn out there that exists?
Yeah.
So maybe there is Amish porn.
I just think at the end of the day, like it takes a very strong couple or people the first one is the changing aspect of it, right? So they're being labeled as a hoe even though they might not think it, or they might even think it. But I think it takes a really strong person to be like, all right, well, I don't like this about myself. I'm gonna change it. So that's one side of it. And then on the other end is, if the masses are calling your significant other a hoe, then it takes you to be like, well, I don't really care, or we'll work on this thing together and we'll overcome this.
Hoism is I'm speaking in a very broad and general sense. You usually apply it to younger people, right? And I feel like with age, though, age kind of settles you down, like naturally. Like naturally, you'll lose the hoism. Like as a guy, like you grow up and you want to be a player. Every guy has this fantasy about them at a certain age. Usually in their teens up until their mid-20s, maybe into the 30s.
Everyone wants to be Dan Bilzerian.
Exactly.
Oh
But
yeah, he's
after,
a hoe.
Exactly. And
Not
after some
everyone
time,
grows out of
though,
that though, because my dad's hitting like 60 and he's still a hoe.
and
But by
saying
the time he's
general
like
sense.
90,
Some people might last a little longer than that, bro. But with age, though, I feel like most people usually kind of their brain settles into like family life.
That's true. Because like when I was like in high school, I was like, oh, I don't want to be her boyfriend because she already sucked that guy's dick.
That was you, really?
Yeah, I was so stupid.
I think a lot of guys were like,
Because
I heard that a lot.
I know, but I don't picture him being like that because he's so far removed.
Wait,
from
maybe
that
like
school
ninth
of
grade.
He was damaged, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, as a guy, you don't want sloppy seconds.
Yeah, but then
That was
afterwards I was like, wait, why the fuck was I so stupid? She already learned the good techniques and practice, and it's like I want a professional athlete, not a fucking amateur.
You're welcome.
Oh my god.
I don't know, I've been thinking, but I mean, you guys pretty much touched upon everything I believe too, because I think that people can change. I feel like pretty much like what you guys were saying, where hoism, it's like a young person's thing generally, except for my dad. The way I perceive someone being a hoe is like when they hurt others, that's to me a hoe. So like, for example, like if someone is using someone because they're just trying to get that whatever they want from that person, and then like they're harming that person and they're harming others, then that's what I believe is a hoe. But then I also believe that person can change and they can look into themselves and be like, you know what, I did some wrong in my past, I can change my future. So yeah, I mean, for sure a hoe can turn into a housewife.
I think the real problem isn't whether or not a hoe can turn into a housewife. I don't think the problem lies in the girl. I think the problem lies in the guy. I think when the guy can't figure out what he wants, and he wants a housewife, but he keeps picking hoe-ass creatures, and then he keeps blaming all the fucking girls.
Very good.
I think that's when it's fucked up. Because I think for girls are just human beings like guys are, or it's all human beings. All human beings are capable of change, but if your guy's expectation, if you keep going to spearmint rhino, and then the girl that barely has fucking dental floss covering her nipple, and then you're like, that's the mother of my children, then you have fucking problems.
Well, no, not there. But if he keeps taking it as to, why does she keep fucking showing her fucking nipples? Then that's where the problem is.
And then after that doesn't work out, he goes back to the same place to find another mother. That's really weird.
That is weird.
Try the library, buddy.